For 10,000 years, the immortal Night Elves cultivated a druidic society within the shadowed recesses of Ashenvale Forest. Yet recently, the catastrophic invasion of the Burning Legion shattered the tranquility of their ancient civilization. Led by the Archdruid Malfurion Stormrage and the priestess Tyrande Whisperwind, the mighty Night Elves rose to challenge the demonic onslaught. Though victorious, the Night Elves were forced to sacrifice their cherished immortality and watch their beloved forests burn. Seeking to regain their immortality, a number of wayward druids conspired to plant a special tree that would link their spirits to the eternal world. Despite Malfurion's warnings that nature would never bless such a selfish act, the druids planted the great tree Teldrassil off the stormy coasts of northern Kalimdor. Within the twilight boughs of the colossal tree, the wondrous city of Darnassus took root. However, the great tree was not consecrated with nature's blessing, and soon fell prey to the corruption of the Burning Legion. Now the wildlife, and even the limbs of the great tree itself, are tainted by a growing darkness. As one of the few Night Elves still left in the world, it is your sworn duty to defend Darnassus and the wild children of nature against the Legion's encroaching corruption.
Greetings, adventurer. I am Conservator Ilthalane. My purpose in Shadowglen is to ensure that the balance of nature is maintained. The spring rains were particularly heavy this year, causing some of the forest's beasts to flourish, while others suffered. Unfortunately, the Night Saber and Thistleboar populations grew too large. Shadowglen could only provide so much food for the beasts. Journey forth, young adventurer, and thin the boar and saber populations so that nature's harmony will be preserved. Thank goodness you are here, adventurer. Strange news has traveled to me through the whisperings of the forest spirits. The mysterious woodland protector, Tarindrella, has returned to Shadowglen. The Dryad's presence has not been felt in the forests of Kalimdor in years. Something is surely amiss if she has journeyed back to this land. Seek out Tarindrella and see what business she tends to in our grove. One of the sentinels reported seeing her to the southwest of Aldrassil.
What is
Thank
nature's
goodness you
call?
are here, adventurer. Strange news has traveled to me through the whisperings of the forest spirits. The mysterious woodland protector, Tarindrella, has returned to Shadowglen. The Dryad's presence has not been felt in the forests of Kalimdor in years. Something is surely amiss if she has journeyed back to this land. Seek out Tarindrella and see what business she tends to in our grove. One of the sentinels reported seeing her to the southwest of Aldrassil.
Is there trouble?
You performed your duties well, adventurer. Go in peace. Thinning the younger population of creatures here in Shadow Glen was a good start, adventurer. But there is still work to be done. The resources of the forest will be depleted too quickly if the problem is not addressed. Killing nature's beasts is a necessary evil for the good of all who share the land. Venture into the forest and slay mangy nightsabers and thistlebores in the name of balance.
Feel free to browse. Good luck, friend.
I came to Shadow Glen to observe the webwood spiders that dwell in the Shadow Thread Cave. They are cousin to a much smaller variety of spider. I believe the World Tree has had a profound effect on them, and I would like specimens to study to confirm this. First, I would like some of their venom. Gather webwood venom sacs from the spiders in and around the Shadow Thread Cave to the north. I can then examine them for similarities with their smaller cousin's venom.
A friend of mine named Ivorin usually visits me at certain time every day. The strange thing is that he hasn't been by today at all. He's several hours late, in fact. I admit I am a little worried, adventurer. Ivorin spends a lot of time over by the cave to the north, and I'm sure you know how dangerous it is there. Spiders everywhere. If you happen to be going that way, though, will you keep an eye out for him?
I'm so glad you found me, adventurer. How did you know I was here? I was bitten very badly by a spider named Githias the Vile while exploring the spider cave very close to here. I am sure I have been seriously poisoned. You must help me. Please tell Dirania Silvershine. She will be able to help me. Hurry. I'm so dizzy. Thank you, adventurer. When I return to Darnassus, I will compare the venom within these sacs with the venom of other spiders. It is my belief that it will have properties linked to the recent growth of our New World tree. Now that I have the spider's venom, I'd like some live specimens to study. Unfortunately, capturing a living giant spider is more than I can ask of you, young adventurer. And a giant spider is more than I could handle myself. If you can find an unhatched egg, then delivering specimens will be much easier. I can then arrange for the unhatched spiders to be contained. There must be a nest deep in the Shadow Thread Cave. Please search for an egg in the nest and return it to me. You have proven your dedication to nature well, adventurer. A young adventurer like yourself has a promising future.
I am honored. Del Nagus. My goods are of the highest quality. I was wondering why I hadn't seen Tiburon yet today, and I've always warned him about those spiders. We may be able to help Ivern, as I know of an antidote that should help with the poison. It requires some ingredients, though, before I can make it. I'll need hyacinth mushrooms. You can find these growing under trees, or you may collect them from the Grull south of here. They seem to have taken a liking to them. I'll also need moon petal lilies, which only grow around watery pools. The last ingredient may prove the most difficult. From the very spiders that poisoned Ivern, collect webwood ichor. Thank Alun that you have gathered these ingredients so quickly. In just a moment, I will have the antidote prepared. The antidote is ready, adventurer. Please see that Ivran drinks it. There is something that you should know. The antidote. It will only remain viable for 5 minutes. You must get it to him in time. Speed be with you, adventurer.
What brings you here? How may I help? What brings you here?
I will have this egg and the venom transported to Darnassus, then return there when my studies are done here. I expect to find out a great deal from these specimens, adventurer. You have been a great help to me. Adventurer, I heard that Teneran has been asking for you. You'll find him in the highest room atop Aldrassil. We may live long lives, but it's best you not keep him waiting too long.
I am
What
honored.
is this, adventurer? Oh, I knew Durania would be able to help me. I'm
careful.
always getting into trouble, and Durania, well, she always manages to help me out of it. I'm feeling much better, but I think I will sit here for a while longer until I feel completely better. Well, that, and I was hoping you'd clear a path for me through those vicious webwood spiders. Ah, adventurer. I was hoping you'd be prompt in answering my summons. I have an important task that I would like you to perform. It is time for you to set out to seek your destiny, adventurer. But before you are ready to set out into the world beyond our enchanted forests, there is much you must learn about our recent history. Much has changed with our people since the Battle of Mount Hyjal. Nordrassil lies a pale shadow of what it once was, its power used to defeat Archimonde and drive back the Burning Legion. There is a task you must perform. Go to the Moonwell north of Aldrassil and return me a phial of its water. So you have heard the first part of the aftermath of the Battle of Mount Hyjal. There is much more to be told, and the task you have begun here will continue through the rest of your journey through Teldrassil and into Darnassus. While there is more I could speak to you of the Moonwells and of Teldrassil, I must send you along. Corithra's Moonrage will be expecting you. I have poured the phial of water you brought to me into this vessel to bring to him. Seek out Corithras. You will find him at the Moonwell in Dolinar. Follow the road south from Aldrassil, out of Shadowglen, and continue to follow the cobblestones as the road turns west. Mind you stay on the road, though, adventurer. There are dangerous beasts in the forests of late.
Hello. Del Madres.
Greetings, young adventurer. Can you offer me aid? I have a package of herbs that I must deliver to the town of Dolinar, but I still have business with the druids of Shadowglen and cannot yet leave. Can you deliver this package for me? It must be sent to innkeeper Keldamir at the Dolinar Inn. It lies along the road to the south.
Bayaloon!
I am honored. Farewell.
What brings you here? Shah Felah. Are you heading to the south? To Lake Al-Amith? If so, then I have a task I might ask of you. My colleague Denelin has a camp along the eastern end of the lake where he is studying and experimenting on the plant life of Teldrassil. He requested a package of rare earths from Darnassus, and it was late, only recently arriving here in Dolinar. Can you take the package to him?
A troubling breeze blows through the forest. Gaerolus Talvathrin serves as Great Warden to the hibernating druids of the Talon in the Ban Ethel Barrow Den. His duty as the chosen protector of the sleeping is to ensure their safety, so that their pact with Ysera remains fulfilled. But word from Gaerolus is now delayed, and I grow nervous. Travel east to Starbreeze Village and bring back a report from Gaerolus so that I can put my worries to rest, knowing my dreaming brethren slumber safely. I was once given an emerald dreamcatcher from Gaerolus Talvethan, the warden of the druids in the Ban Ethel Barrow Den. This powerful amulet is able to siphon energy from the emerald dream, bestowing luck upon those who carry it. Sadly, I have not been able to retrieve it from my dresser in Starbreeze Village. Although Starbreeze was once a tranquil place, it has now succumbed to the corruption of the Furbolg that reside there. Perhaps you would be willing to recover my dreamcatcher, adventurer. I must warn you, adventurer. This matter must stay between us. The satyr are enough of an embarrassment to us already. This one is much too close to home. He is called Lord Melanus. He resides in the nearby cave of Fell Rock, where he has gathered a large group of Grell warriors. His heart is black as night, and he plots something most foul. You must find him within his nearby cave just to the north of here, and bring me his head. Your body looks worn and your spirit weary. Rest yourself beneath our roof and allow Elune to guide your dreams.
Till next we meet.
Ah, yes, the delivery of herbs from Shadowglen. It is a shame Porthanius could not bring it himself, for we have much to discuss, he and I. But I'm glad to get the herbs nonetheless, and I'm glad you came. While you are here, please, rest yourself. Heroes must keep their strength and spirits high, and must find rest and solace whenever they may. For to neglect one's peace of body and mind is a sure path to failure. So, rest. Ah, I see. You were sent by Teneron. Well then, it would seem we have much to talk about, much to do, and little time to do it in. I think we'd best get started. First, let me tell you more of the task you must complete. The druids in Darnassus use the water of the moon wells of Teldrassil, and their moon well must be replenished from time to time. Using these specially crafted phials, you can collect the water of the Moonwells. Take this vessel to the Moonwell outside of Starbreeze Village to the east, and fill it with some of its waters. Then return to me. When you have completed your task, I shall continue the story where Teneron left off.
The road to Darnassus must be kept safe. Travelers heading from Dolinar to Darnassus have been reporting ruthless attacks by corrupted furbogs from the Gnarlpine tribe. Important news and commerce travels to and from Darnassus by way of this road daily. We cannot afford to have a rogue band of heathens terrorizing people. Take up arms in the name of the sacred forest, adventurer. Their den lies of these Gnarlpine ambushes and report back to me.
Thank the forest spirits you are here. I knew Athridas would sense trouble and send help. The Gnarlpine tribe has been destroyed. The once peaceful Furbolg turned against the protectors of the forest. They ambushed me as I left for the Banithal Barrow Den and proceeded to pillage Starbreeze village. Ursal, the Mauler, their chieftain, is using the evil powers of the Fell Moss to drive them mad. I'm too wounded to return to Athridas to bring him this grave news. The task is left to you, young adventurer. We can only hope that the deranged Gnarlpines have not made it to Banithal yet. After the Battle of Mount Hyjal, we were without direction. Nordrassil smoked from the fire it unleashed, and our immortality, the very essence of our beings, was lost. It was in this trying time that the betrayer was freed from his prison, and Shando's storm rage disappeared. A dark time for all. There is another moonwell southeast of the entrance to Darnassus on the shores of the pools of Arlithrian. The Sentinels are having problems patrolling the area because of attacks and the growing ill-temperedness of the Gnarlpine Furbolgs. Be wary as you seek out the well and keep your weapons close at hand.
Farewell. Be careful. Ishnu Allah. Good luck, friend. What brings you here? Be careful.
Now what?
The Council of the Forest has news that you aided Zen Foulhoof. The satyr is an enemy of the forest. As a person, you should know better than to defile the forest by killing nature's creatures. You must redeem yourself in the eyes of the Council if you wish to remain a friend of Teldrassil. Teach Foulhoof a lesson and you shall be redeemed. Fell cones are corrupted seeds that fall from the trees. They billow with green smoke. Give some to Foulhoof. He'll think you have brought him a harmless snack.
Greetings. By the stars, this is quite disturbing indeed. Gnarl Pine invaders were seen ravaging the Banethil Barrow Den to the west. The slumbering druids will be trapped in the Emerald Dream for eternity, unaware of their fate, unless we help. The delicate hibernation ritual cannot be broken without the relics of wakening. Journey to the den and retrieve the Ravenclaw Talisman, Blackfeather Quill, Sapphire of Sky, and Rune of Nesting. The druids store them in sacred chests. Return them to me, and I will prepare the awakening ritual. My Emerald Dreamcatcher is of great importance to me. It is a gift only given to few. Thank you for returning it, adventurer. The Emerald! It is missing! My Dreamcatcher has been damaged! There is a band of Gnarlpine mystics located to the north of Starbreeze. I have heard reports that their leader, Ferocitas the Dream Eater, has been wearing a necklace that glows green in the night. Now, seeing my dream catcher, I am sure that he has stolen my emerald. He would never realize that its power is useless to him. Find this missing jewel, adventurer, and while you're there, clear out some of the corrupted mystics as well.
again?
With Lord Melena's laid to rest, I can finally move on to other matters. Thank you, Classless.
My goods are of the highest quality. Goddess, watch over you.
assist you?
It's here. I have waited for this rare earth for quite some time. I hope it's still fresh. Thank you for bringing it to me, adventurer. You are a traveler who is generous with her time.
Hello.
The timberlings of Teldrassil are elementals of nature. In some ways, they reflect the natural order of plants and animals on our great tree, so it is disturbing to see how I believe it has something to do with the soil. I've been working with different methods of nurturing, and would like to try them on timberlings. Please, can you gather seeds from timberlings around Lake Alameth and bring them to me? Small timberlings are sprouting around the waters of Lake Alameth. Sprouts are beyond help. We should try to clear them large enough to cause trouble.
How may I help? What
You got them. This is good. I will plant these seeds in special soil I have prepared. I believe the
Greetings.
seeds will sprout into timberlings who are much more docile. Perhaps later you can see the results. Adventurer, can you take one of the seeds you brought me to my friend Relian Greenspire? He is a druid in Darnassus, and when last we spoke, he revealed his interest in my work with the timberlings. He had some ideas himself, and he will appreciate a specimen seed to work with. Thank you, adventurer. You have been a great help to me. I hope that someday you will see the fruit of my labors. You will usually find Relian walking the pathways of the Cenarian Enclave in Darnassus. That's a lot. I'm afraid they're spreading at a dangerous rate. I hope I can solve the riddle of what is tainting them. Thank you for your help, adventurer. The land is a cleaner place from your efforts.
Till we meet again.